Hello, John Talley here with Partzilla.com. Today we're just going to do a simple oil change on a 2009 Kawasaki 4010 Trans. Now this particular one has an interesting backstory. It has spent its whole life just traveling in between two of our previous buildings, pulling a trailer loaded down with parts way beyond what it was designed to deal with. We sold those two buildings, moved into this one, and this was unceremoniously just parked back in a corner on one of our outlying buildings, and it's been sitting there for about 3 years. Well, guess what? I decided to take it on as my personal vehicle and see if I can breathe some life back into this warhorse. So if you're ready, we'll start off by draining out what I fear to be some very, very well-used oil. So if you're ready, we'll dive into this project. All right guys, really simple parts list on this. You can even simplify it more by just ordering a Kawasaki kit. That's going to have your oil and your filter, a little funnel, and even a set of gloves. Well, I've got funnels everywhere, plenty of gloves, and even had the oil, so all I had to do is order the filter itself. But I'll put links in the description below to where you can either order the individual pieces or that kit. So, to get things started, let's open up the back, go ahead and see if it does have any oil in it, just because I'm curious. Then we'll lift it up and get whatever's in there drained out. And believe it or not, this engine has 2,335.3 hours on it. That's a lot. Let's say this thing averaged 10 miles an hour. It's over 20,000 miles. Whoa. It was down toward the bottom, and that is not healthy. Not healthy at all. So let's get her lifted up and drain out that, well, what's very close to becoming sludge. All right guys, as you can tell, it's pretty messy under here. Well, of course, it's easy to see where your oil filter is, but what you don't see, your oil drain is actually in here. So I need to get all this dried mud out of the way before we can get to it. So give me a couple of minutes to get that done, and then we'll get it drained. Oh, never a dull moment. If the bottom of the engine looks this bad, can you even imagine how bad the oil is going to look? All right, this is just a 14 millimeter. Well, let's pop it, see what comes out. I had a little bit too much torque on that. Guarantee you this is going to be jet black. Oh yeah. It still had some viscosity left to it, but not much. Not much at all. And honestly, 1.3 quarts, that isn't a lot of oil. So you need to change it more often than we did, that's for certain. All right, while that's draining, let's go ahead and get our oil filter. Best way to do this, just with one of those oil filter wrenches that fits over the top of it. Usually has where you can put in a ratchet or either just get a wrench on it, because there isn't a whole lot of room to work right here. Probably be easier to do this from the top, but since we're under here. And yes, you will have some more oil come out from the filter. So just be prepared for that. Out with the old and with the new. Put a little oil around your seal. What we're going to do is spin it back on and then tighten it 3/4 of a turn once it's bottomed out. Get our wrench back in there. We're going to go, there's about half, maybe just a little bit more, because I couldn't, there we go, and that feels right. So that was roughly a turn once it's seated. All right, let's get our drain plug back in, then we're going to torque it to 16 foot-pounds. All right, bring it back down, and we'll fill it back up with a 1.3 quarts, and then we're pretty much going to be done with this. Well, this part anyway. Believe me, she still needs a lot of work.
Okay, at this point, just need to start it up, let it run for just a few seconds, and then we're going to check it. Now, depending on what I see on the end of this dipstick, I may run it for an hour or two and then change it again, because I'm telling you, that hole, it looked bad. So we're about halfway up on its fill line, so we're about right there. So we're basically in the middle, and I will put a little bit more in there and then call it done. But I'm going to tell you, I am going to run this for a few hours and then change it again, because even that doesn't look very healthy. Won't leave you hanging. Let's take a peek, see if I hit it. Yeah, we're good. Right at the top of the fill mark. So I'm happy. All right, guys, there you go. Very easy to do, but in this one's case, very overdue. Well, listen, if you need these parts or any other parts for your machine, why don't you come see us at Partzilla.com and we can get you taken care of. Have any questions or comments about this video? Leave them in the section below and I'll do my best to answer them. And hey, if you like what you see, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell. That way you can keep up with whatever I'm working on next. We just want to say thank you for shopping here with us at Partzilla, and we will see you in the next video. Y'all have a good day.